Is something preventing you from achieving your goals? Are you questioning your happiness, not feeling the same nowadays, or just not sure which direction to go in your life? Well, you should check out betterhelp.com/thinkloud. If you know me, I'm a huge mental health advocate, and I personally talk to someone once a week. With BetterHelp, they will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating with someone in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. It's so convenient. You can send messages to your counselor anytime, and you'll never have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/thinkloud. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/thinkloud.
Ana Luisa was founded to bring clarity to the jewelry industry. Ana Luisa comes out with a new jewelry collection released every Friday. Jewelry starting at $39, no luxury markup is a no-brainer for me. A cool fact is they make limited batches, ensuring the highest production standard while eliminating excessive waste. I'll be adding to my collection the Mish gemstone necklace, the Molly blue bracelet, and I cannot wait to pair it with my favorite outfit. Go to Ana Luisa, ANALUISA.com/ThinkLoudCrew and treat yourself and your loved ones and use my code ThinkLoudCrew to get 10% off. I absolutely recommend them. They are a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry. So check out Ana Luisa, ANALUISA.com/ThinkLoudCrew. Again, AnaLuisa.com/ThinkLoudCrew, code ThinkLoudCrew to get 10% off all products. Thanks, guys.
Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast, 3 moms getting real with parenthood, relationships, and the WTF moments of our daily lives. Today we have a very, very, very special guest that I'm super excited about.
Me too.
I'm trying to think how long I've known Charnele.
I did the math. It's like 15 years.
That's crazy.
It has to be at least like 15
because
years.
in 2026 it'll be 20, I think. Right? Because I met you guys in 06.
Wow.
Was it?
Yeah, for sure. I remember.
And we were talking about it earlier. She was saying that she met me first and then you guys?
Yeah, so it went Terry, Shanan, Kyle, and Cheyenne. In that order.
You guys, friendship right here. Old friendship.
And now we're all moms.
Yeah, we are all moms. So I feel like before we even get started, you need to give like a bio about yourself.
Yeah.
Who are you? Tell everybody who you are.
I am OJ. Oh, Charnele's what they know me as.
No, do your cool name.
Okay. Yeah.
Charnele, a.k.a. Pooter, also known as OJ.
Yeah, I'm OJ. Just an all-around creative and mom. And fun time haver.
Fun time haver.
Yeah. You know, y'all know.
I love that.
Y'all know.
And I love how you're talking in it. Your voice so sexy.
Sexy. Shit. I mean, that's basically what I am.
So you're a mom. You like to have a fun time.
And I'm a creative. That's
And you're
the
a creative.
most important thing.
You're married
I'm married.
to a beautiful woman named Alexis.
Been with her it'll be 9 years this year. 3 years married.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you have a son?
I do have a son. His name is Qwest. He's 2 years old. 2 and 0.85. He'll be 3 in November.
Please stop.
Oh, hell no. You are not one of those moms.
0.85, y'all.
She did not just say 0.85.
I love my baby. He's driving me up the wall right now. This age is
What is
trash.
Qwest's full name?
Qwest Soul Jackson.
That's so cute.
Yeah, Soul spelled SOL.
And Qwest is spelled Qwest.
Yes.
Yeah, I always thought he had a very cool name.
Is Jackson your last name
That's
or
my
your
last
wife's?
name. That's my last name.
Oh, well, she has your last name?
Well, right.
Does she?
We haven't done the paperwork yet, but we.
Girl, y'all been married for how many years?
So we got married kind of just so that I can have equal rights for Qwest, because we would have waited a little longer, but we wanted that to be secure. We didn't want to have to go through the whole adoption phase and all that stuff. And California recognizes same-sex parents just as equal as heterosexual couples. So I had called before. I just wanted to make sure. So we literally got married on it would have been 6 or 7th year anniversary. And we just went to the courthouse and did it. And she was pregnant.
And she was pregnant. I was there.
Yeah.
I was a witness.
Can we rewind?
This is cool.
I have a lot of questions.
Let's do it.
So, mild disclaimer, nobody be mad at my questions if you think that they're stupid. But
they're not going to be stupid because this is one of our best friends.
Yeah. I have no...
All right.
I feel good about this, okay, guys?
All right. I just want our listeners to understand that don't think that my questions are coming from a negative or disrespectful place, but I'm genuinely curious. So, how did we decide to have a baby?
All right. So, we did a lot of research for a lot of years. Firstly and foremostly, we had to find a donor. Now, that stage was probably the most vigorous because when we first kind of put it out there, we had a lot of people hitting us up like, we want to help you. Like, I want to be a donor. Like, let me know.
Wait, where did you put out that you want a donor?
So we put it out on Facebook. I put out a post.
I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, I remember this.
I remember that.
You posted like, hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Looking for some sperm.
Not that direct, but more or less we were ready to start a family, and we've been looking for a kind of donor on our own, and it wasn't really working out, and we wanted a donor of color. That was very important to us. And we didn't want to, we were reading a lot about the donor centers and how they kind of freeze their sperms, and then the people that they have are white educated males and rarely have black donors. So we kind of put out there in a bit of frustration almost too, yo, we've been looking, we just gonna throw this out here, see if you guys
see what happens.
So we actually got a lot of feedback, so many people. Alexis's inbox was blowing up crazy, right? Okay, cool.
Okay, wait, hold on. We gotta stop.
Rewind again.
So this might sound really, really bad, but did anybody hit up thinking they were gonna get to have sex with her?
I'm glad you asked, because yes, they did.
Hell no.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh no, Charnele would have shot somebody.
First of all, it was never in the plans for her to have sex with anybody. They kind of played themselves in that sense, even thinking that. Yeah. So, a lot of people hit up Alexis and, oh, yeah, I'll help, blah, blah, blah. We kind of went through the people, fished through the people.
Yeah, I'll help you.
We're just it ain't no intercourse. You got to jizz in a cup, yada, yada type thing. And a lot of people went silent.
Really?
What? Silent. When it was time for us to be all right, let's do it.
Right. Yeah.
Silence.
So they just wanted to put it in and
silence.
Wow.
We did have one homeboy that we really thought was gonna go through with it, and he was really excited. And he kind of went ghost for some time, and then I saw him when I went to Chicago because that's where he was from, and he was like, I just wanted to tell you in person, I offered up myself, and I have a girlfriend, and I didn't discuss it with her, and when I did, she wasn't, which is very,
it's understandable.
Whatever. And rest in peace. He actually passed away right before we got pregnant with Qwest. So we think, that's why we named Qwest. That's why we named Qwest with a Q, because his name was Quincy and Q. So it was he was our angel. Yeah. So, so that happened. I went ghost. So then I was just all right, let me do some more research. Let me just calm down, take a break, go back to it. Yeah. I found this what was it? I forgot the name of the website, but it was a forum. And I just shot my shot in the forum, and I got some hitbacks. And then we met, or this one guy hit us up, and he was local, older guy, my complexion. He kind of looked the most like me, if I can describe it. We met up with him. He was not creepy. He was cool. He
was not creepy.
No, that would be a question of mine. I feel like you're really exposing yourself, and it's there's a lot of very interesting people out there in the world.
Right.
It's
you don't know who wants to give up their
it could be very
sperm.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're two women too at the end of the day navigating through this, so it's very important. Like safety and comfort was very important for us, and especially for Alexis. So we met this guy and he made us feel really comfortable. He had this book of people that he's helped, like here's the families that I've helped. He would show us like, his STD stuff, sperm count. He'd cover his name because he still wanted to be like anonymous. And he was just really good, and we're like, yeah, we're going with this guy.
Okay, so when you say he showed you like families that he's helped, like were there like pictures of these families?
Yeah.
Pictures
So
of
the
kids?
one thing he would ask, and he wouldn't like force, he would just like, if I can have one picture to add to the book so that when I'm helping other families, they can see that, this is like something that I do, and it's just
this
not.
guy he's like a professional
donor.
Sperm donor.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have him? Did you guys end up going with him?
We did end up going with him. He actually told us a story. If y'all want to hear the story, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so how he got into donating was he was a truck driver. He went to the Army, he didn't like it. He was a truck driver, and he had a stud coworker, like a masculine presenting coworker, and she would always be like, can you donate? Like, it's hard to find black donors, and he was not with it at first because he was just like he didn't know how to navigate through it.
Much,
and I think he has his own kids and family too. And then like they stopped working together, and it really sat with him, he said, for a while. And after he kind of was like done making his family, he was all like, I want to help people out like this. Like, and so he just started donating, and it went up from there. Like,
So when you say you went and looked at a different place for donors, is it a particular place for just sperm donors?
so it was.
Or was it?
I just remember the website. It's this forum called Voy, and I guess you can post up a bunch of different stuff, but I forgot how I found the link. I think I went on a Facebook donor group and found that forum.
Oh, okay. So you did more research after everyone was
going crazy.
About how long would you say from like the start of like the idea to actually finding a donor? How long was that time period?
Probably a good 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Because at first it was just an idea, and then we were ready, and then the whole process of even finding a donor maybe took like 8 months to maybe even a year.
Because
we would take breaks. Yeah, we would take breaks because it would be emotionally stressful.
That seems like that's a very stressful process. Like family planning is a lot.
Yeah.
And now that I have a child and I've like opened up conversations about like having children, I receive a lot of messages from women who are like, you know what, you're so blessed because here's my journey where it took me 5 years to get pregnant, or my partner and I are having a hard time finding a donor. Like it's there's so many ways to become a mother.
Yeah. Did you guys ever think about adopting?
We did, actually. Sometimes we even still think about it. The whole thing with adopting, though, is almost like going for like applying for a loan almost, right? Because you have to have everything in order nowadays. You got to be like financially stable. You gotta go through like therapy. You got to go through therapy, make sure you're good and stuff like that. We actually were thinking about fostering into adoption, but then that is also tricky too, because if the parents come back for it, you have this emotional tie. Yeah. But I always been a fan of adopting. My mother adopted my cousin. So. There's a lot of kids out there that need homes, but it's a process.
A lot of process.
It's a process. It's like a screening, which it should be because people out here are crazy. But at the time we were a little bit younger too, so it was just like we didn't know how that would fit in.
How old were you guys?
Let's see, in 2017, 16, I was 26. Lex is 3 years younger than me, so she was 23.
Oh, she's young.
Yeah, by the time Qwest came around, she was 25. Like 28,
Put that all together.
So do you have the donor like sign like so he doesn't have rights, or how does that work?
So his thing is like that kind of paperwork doesn't hold up in court, but he's also like, I'm not gonna come after you. I am here if the kid gets older and wants to know more, and I can refer back to my book and be like, yeah, I helped your mothers in this realm. But nah, he's like, it doesn't matter. Like,
and that's probably another thing that you look for. Right. Is like you're not going to be attached.
Right.
To this
Exactly.
Kid.
Yeah.
This is our kid.
Yeah. The thing about him is he does not hit me up unwarranted at all. We even like during the process, we were always contacting him. He was never contacting us.
I think another cool thing that he's done for you guys is give you baby pictures of himself.
Oh, yep. We have
to refer to see like
yeah, so we
So
have
they
baby
have- yeah, they have
pictures,
baby
we have
pictures
young
of
adult
their
pictures,
donor,
we have
yeah.
adult pictures of him. Yeah, cool.
to reference
Yeah,
back.
I'll show you guys.
I think that's
It's
really
really
cool because it's like, you know, if the conversation or when the conversation comes up when Qwest is older,
Right.
it's not just like, oh yeah, there's this guy or some random person, but it's
Right.
like this is who you come from.
Right.
Like this
Yeah.
this is our story.
Exactly.
I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah, and we plan on
I
being
like
very
that.
transparent with him.
With Qwest.
Just generally, just generally, but particularly in this realm. The good thing is that there's so many like families like his now that, you know, I don't think he'll feel too alienated growing up or anything like
don't
that.
think so.
I don't think
No, I
so
don't
at
think so
all.
either.
Yeah. So
And you and Alexis are both, like, from what I know and see, like, y'all are both very loving.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's never like he's going to lack in
Right.
the love department,
right.
you know?
Absolutely not. He's a lovey boy too, so
Oh,
yeah. But yeah, so we found that guy and then
thank you, guy.
thank you guy.
What if his name really was Guy?
Put him on blast.
Right.
It's like, how do they
Wait,
know?
so when he was showing you the book, can you think back, like, how many families do you think you saw?
I think I saw about 5 families at the time. I'm sure he has a lot more now, but at the time,
Wow.
about 5 families. And we walked away from that really feeling good about it. And we were like ready to start probably like, because we had to track ovulation. So another one of,
I was gonna say, what was the actual process of the jizz in the cup to insemination?
You guys don't want to
the fun
see
part.
what I pictured in my head. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I just imagine Charnele with a turkey baster. Like,
Yeah. But I think, don't you have to, like, warm her up to get her, like,
okay, so that's
the mood for
so
it?
that's something we had to learn, right? So first things first, he was all like, you know, I'm not gonna come out and, you know, donate if you don't know your ovulation, because then I'm just wasting my time.
Right.
Like, track your ovulation, get it together. Take
like, y'all do your part.
yeah, for real.
No, but that's smart, so
yeah.
you're not wasting in her time as well.
Exactly.
And I also think it makes you feel more comfortable just in the
Exactly.
process, because it's not like, oh, here's just some random guy who's like,
Yeah.
here's my sperm.
Exactly.
Here you go.
Here's come in a cup. But
Hello.
it's like,
Did he come
he's-
over to do it?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because we.
Did you guys provide, like, magazines in the bathroom?
All right, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
And did you give him lube?
Right. I'm like, did y'all set my man up right or no?
So we tracked ovulation.
Feed him.
Didn't feed him. It was quick. Like,
Get out. Please.
exactly. Please.
We don't do penises over here. Sorry. Damn, Shannon.
I am dead. We track ovulation. We have to send him a picture of like when we're high peak, in ovulation. So that he knows, all right, these are the 2 days that we have to do this, right? I can come over this day or that day, or I can come over both days. So the first time we did it, he came through. I think he came through back to back the first day because we was like, hi, like, let's do it. So he came to our place of residence. So we would go down into our parking structure in the car and we would let him be in the living room or whatever.
You guys just sit there.
So this is, okay, so I just want to let you know it took us about 4 tries to actually do it. So the first time,
Which I think is still, like, this is a new process to me,
Yeah.
but that still sounds fairly
and it's live sperm, so I think it
quick.
just works better than.
What does that mean, live?
Okay, so like,
It just came out.
yeah, it's fresh.
warm.
It's fresh.
It's
So
ready to be
when you
popping.
when men donate to donation centers, they freeze the sperm, right? So that actually makes the count go.
And then they warm it
I
up.
just feel like I see
They
those
like-
like,
I don't know.
cartoon pictures
They
of
like
little
UID
sperm
it or something, or
squirming
like
around.
put them. And I don't know how they do it.
So this guy is on your couch.
on my couch,
y'all are in the car.
on my couch, doing this thing.
You didn't provide any helpers?
No.
He's a professional.
I'm like, here's the TV. Do what you do.
Did you put, like,
Porn on?
napkins or anything next to
Well,
him?
yeah, he brought all his own shit. He brought
Oh,
the
he
cups.
had his.
He brought syringe. He brought syringe, cup, the medical cups that they put the specimen
so
cups
he-
in.
Professional.
Like, yeah,
It wasn't
super, like,
nothing awkward.
Nothing weird, nothing left. You know, he go to the bathroom, blah blah blah, and then like we come up. He's like, I'm done. We come up.
How long did it take for him to say he was done?
I think the longest maybe is like 10 minutes.
Oh, he's
Oh,
quick.
he was
Yeah.
horny.
right? Quick, you said horny.
Well, I mean,
he knew what he was doing.
I guess. I guess you put your mindset like, okay.
So he comes up. So the first time was mad awkward.
Shannon's jizz face was terrible, by the way, y'all. If you don't watch us on YouTube, please watch us on YouTube.
It wasn't even the face; it was the sound that came with it.
It was the face and the little hand movement she did.
It's like she said, "Take my little hand." First of all,
Okay.
I'm dead.
Keep going with your story. I'm sorry, you guys. Stop looking at me like that.
I'm dead.
I love you, y'all.
He the first time was really awkward, especially for me. I mean, probably more for Lex too, because she's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Anyways, we come up and he's like, all right, it's there in the bathroom, and he's like, do you need any help? And we're just like, no.
Help with what?
Help with
Well,
what?
not even help, just like, do you need me to explain how you should do it? And we're just like, no, we got it. He's like, you sure? Like, yeah, okay. All right, y'all, peace. Whatever. So
That was the first time.
right. So I'm not done with the first time.
Oh.
So now we're just with this cup. I'm like, all right, we got to let it sit and kind of liquefy.
Is it weird?
Bruh. So
Wait, you gotta let it sit and liquefy.
yeah, you got to kind of let it get that way it goes into the syringe really well, right? So we do that. And the first time we didn't really warm up.
But never mind.
You know how it look, girl.
I do.
Stop playing. No. So we have, I do the syringe stuff, and then like we didn't warm up the first time. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I'm just like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And oh my God, this shit got on my hand. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I'm freaking out. I'm like, just sit there with your waist up, whatever. We did that. And then he came the next day, and I tried to be just a little better and slower and cleaner. Still didn't warm her up though. And we didn't take, so we waited again. We did it again.
When you say warm her up, what do you mean warm her up? Like make her feel sexy?
What we learned,
you didn't kiss on her?
I didn't do nothing like that because I was not I was still learning, right? I just thought,
just put it in.
Boom, it'll go, right? It wasn't until literally like when we took is when I did all that stuff, and that was it.
How'd you figure out that you needed to warm?
I did more research. Because I think
I'm sure at that point you got frustrated.
Because after the second time that we didn't take, Alexis was like, is it me? Is it my body? And stuff like that. So she was so we took a long break, like some few months, because I just wanted her to like rewire. And I just wanted her to be like, we're not doing this like the actual natural way. So you have to realize too, like, some people take on the first, second, third, fourth, 10th time, We're doing this a different way. It's, the sperm is real, the process is almost real, but not as quite, so you have to realize that too, And I think our mentals too at the time were kind of blocking that too, because we're just like anxious and
you just wanted it so bad.
So it was after our engagement party, and we were just in a really good space, and we're like, all right, let's try again. And he came, we did whatever, and we put candles on. Aww. We were like, all right, let's act like I'm about to just, whatever. I got the dang-a-lang, even though I don't. Let's just act that way, right? So we did that.
Charnele got the dang-a-lang.
She said we got candles and shit. Yeah. We were ready this time.
We had to.
Poppin'.
So we did what we did before I even did it. Like, we let the shit sit in the dark for a second. And,
in the dark?
Yeah, you got to put it in the dark because the light kills it off. Yeah. So we let it.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, it's just coming in you and it's dark and warm.
When you think about it heterally, like
I love Shanan right now.
No, she's right.
It is.
She's right. That's why you can't get pregnant by your mouth.
So okay. So question. Well, this might be too personal, so please don't answer if I went too far.
Go crazy.
But you said you did what you do and then you were ready. Like, did she climax, or was it like right at the climax then it was like syringe?
Nah, so it was just like, all right, we're getting there. Let's get prepared. I got prepared. She still was doing her doing her shit. And then it was just like, all right, we about to turn this up a notch. And I went in and
excuse me.
Happened.
That was disgusting.
No, not you. My water kind of dripped from my mouth in a weird way.
At the same part where she said,
All right, go back. Sorry.
Yeah, we start the climactic area was coming and we did it. And she said she knew it was different because she felt a pinch like in her cervix, almost like something foreign was going into her body. And she was like, for days, she's like, I think that was it. And me, I don't like to after so many tries, we're just like, I'm like,
you
whatever,
just didn't want to mess up that mindset.
she, lifts her leg up. That's how she sleeps, with her pelvic up or whatever, for the rest of the night. And we wait, and she's like, I haven't got my period. I'm pregnant. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, just wait. She's like, no, I'm taking a pregnancy test. Right now.
How long after did she wait from when you guys did the last process to take the test?
I think it was about maybe 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks, literally.
Wow.
She just felt it.
Yeah, she just knew in her. She just knew in her spirit. She knew. I can say that. She knew. She was like, no, I know.
It's different.
And then like the day she's taking the thing, I'm on the couch, low key sweating. I'm like, oh my god, it's like I want her to be pregnant, but also if she is, oh my god, this is real. This is freaking real, right? Yes. So she took it and she came out like excited, and I'm like, take another one. She took like
another one.
And then we went to the doctor, and it was like, for real, and that shit was crazy.
Did you let the guy know? Like, it worked?
Of course, immediately. We sent him the positive thing.
Aww.
Yeah.
And then like, did you send your family photo?
So we waited. I think I was so like excited. I had to tell my mom. So I told my mom, but we waited to tell a lot of other people. I think we took a trip to New Orleans. And it was Mother's Day, and that's when we kind of told everybody.
I love that.
So how long did you wait until after Qwest was born to send the guy back, like the picture that goes in his book?
Literally, Qwest was a 10-pounder. He was huge.
God damn.
Yeah, Qwest
was a
huge.
big baby.
And I had to show the guy, like, I asked him, I was like, how many pounds were you when you were born? And he was like, let me ask my mom. And he's like, I think I was like 8 or 7 or something small.
When I say Qwest was big.
Qwest was big, but Alexis, she went past.
Yeah, she went well past.
Well, and because I think that's a whole different story. Because Alexis was doing home
water birth. Yeah. It wasn't at home, but it was like a water birth at a whatever.
A birthing center.
And they were cool, but the lady, I think she was like too much in her bag because she didn't project really well. Like, I think she got our like conceptions dates pretty off, because when we went to the actual doctor before we started going there, they're like, Qwest is coming like early November, like, and she told us like, oh, just let it do what it do,
Yeah, but
and she wasn't really well. Like, Alexis went well over, I think, about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah,
over.
I feel like she was 42.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Close to 40 from what I heard.
Yeah.
Alexis was a trooper though.
She was.
We'll have to bring her in.
Yeah, y'all got to talk her
and
into
do
that.
like, we'll do like a birthing story.
Yeah, that was my first time actually seeing somebody like about to give birth.
Yeah.
I remember I got a call when I was at Disneyland. And they're like, we're about to have Qwest. I was like, oh shit. I like drove so fast, dropped Parker off, went to the hospital because they had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, so we had to end up going to the hospital.
And I've never seen somebody in so much. She had nothing.
Yeah.
No
medicines.
drugs?
Nope.
No drugs.
Oh, so she pushed this 10-pound baby
She didn't
out
push him
herself.
out, unfortunately. She wanted to really bad.
But when I got to the hospital,
Did she end up having a cesarean?
Yeah, emergency. Yeah, he was not. His head was he was big. He was huge.
I feel like
I'm gonna say 10 pounds. I need you to take him out any which way you can. Just not out my vagina, because God damn,
that's a big baby.
I think if he would have came a few weeks earlier, she would have been cool. But her cervix was not fucking with it.
Well, shit, I hope not. If it opened up that wide, I'd be like, girl, why was that so easy?
So
the female body is something.
Ooh, 10 pounds.
Yes.
Would you ever, if you have,
I'm like,
would you carry next?
I absolutely would not.
Oh my God, I did not know he was 10 pounds.
10 pounds. I might have.
Has she ever asked you, okay, now it's your turn?
All the time. She's like, you carry. I'm just like, nah.
Because you guys want to have a second, correct?
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready for another.
She's ready now.
She's ready. Yep.
I'm trying to picture you pregnant.
I think it would be the funniest. Charnele
Not
would
funny.
be. Charnele, I feel like
I would be a little pussy.
cussing
I feel like
everybody
you'd
out.
be so moody and angry the whole
I
time.
know she'd be cussing people out.
And then I would say, put me to sleep and take the baby out, because I ain't pushing nothing out.
Put me to sleep.
Cut me open.
I honestly
Cut me open.
I would pay to see Charnele.
I'm sure I would make $1 million.
Pregnant.
Hey, would you guys ever think about going back to the same donor?
Oh, we are, for sure.
Oh, okay.
For sure, 100%.
I love it. Well, I'm happy you had a successful donor
God.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you heard from any, like, in your I don't want to say community. Do you have any other moms that have gone through this process?
Actually, my cousin, but she went through donor center. My little cousin, her and her wife have a pretty baby. She'll be 1 this year.
Aww.
And
they
her
went
wife,
through a center.
Yeah. She was gonna go through whatever, but they had insurance and it covered it, so might as well. And her partner is white, so her donor was white.
Okay, so that didn't blends. Yeah, so that didn't matter.
So how do your families, like, are you guys, I know your mom is supportive, but I don't know much about Alexis' family.
Alexis, her grandparents, her grandparents mostly raised her, and they, initially they had a lot of questions, but not bad, they were just, they never seen anything like it. And we always get everybody the benefit of the doubt. We're the first for a lot of people, the first 2 moms for a lot of people, so a lot of people have questions, but they were really supportive. They love Qwest. We were actually just over there the other day. Y'all got to bring her on the show. She'll talk to you about her mom and stuff like that. Because that's a more complex situation. But for the most part, all of our family is like, on board. They love Qwest. They love Alexis, so they love Qwest, and they love me, so they love Qwest. And they're like, wow. A lot of them, I think, especially the older people, are like, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. But it was a eye-opener for them, I think, especially if they were conflicted or conservative in any way. They're definitely not now. You know what I'm saying? Especially my grandmother on my father's side, she wasn't conservative at all, but they just never seen anything like that. But she loves my son. Like, she just turned 90. She loves Qwest. I bring him up there all the time. So it's a beautiful thing. We had a lot of support. Like,
that's awesome.
I love how you're talking about how you've kind of opened up this world to other people. And for me growing up, like, you were my first friend who openly was like, I'm a woman, I love women. Period. Like, period. Like, that's just what and I remember just being like, but how do you know? Like, how did you find out? And you would share, like, we would have very open conversations. Like,
I tell people, like, I'm masculine presenting, but I'm all woman. Like,
you are very all woman.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's I like to just
masculine presenting, but I'm all woman.
All woman. I don't want to be nothing else. I get the most pushback from men, which is weird because I love men. Like, I'm not one of those gay people that are like had a lot of traumatic experience with men, or I'm like anti-men. I've met people like that. It's not for me to get, but I love men. Like, even with not having my father there, I have brothers and stuff, so I just connect. I just connect.
You do connect well.
And you've always been very chill. Yeah. Like, you're also a very likable person.
Yeah. Have you ever done anything with a man?
I have. I can't lie.
It's the deep breath that she took.
No, that was one of the stories she told me.
I have. Yeah.
Was it a traumatic experience, or was it
traumatic? But I did feel like it was almost forced, because I felt like at that time in my life, people were telling me I don't know that I'm gay until I've had a certain experience with a man. So I'm gonna just say this: men don't care, because when I did what I did, I looked like a nigga. Like, I dressed like a nigga. I dress like a whole nigga, but guess what? They go. I still get I still get got at by niggas to this
Well,
day.
because you have, you have a cute little body.
That part.
And maybe
your skin is clear.
I think sometimes men like that look. I mean, your look.
Right. So, my experience.
Maybe they need to check themselves.
In their sexuality.
Yeah, that part. That part. Because I feel like in a perfect world where people just don't label and let people do, we would have a lot of bisexual men, if I'm being honest.
Well, I think we have a lot of bisexual men that are just not open about it.
Or scared to be open, or feel like they're going to be judged.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So your experience with the man was only like a one time or a few times?
Maybe like...
I'm just trying to see if she really tried the other side.
So, like, growing up, like, I always had little boyfriends and stuff like that. But, like, in high school, I had a couple experiences. And I wasn't into it. Men can be very forceful, too. They don't like to warm you up. They don't like to do nothing. They just want to stick it in you. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like,
I remember, Charnele, you told me one time, you were like, man, I just had to try it.
Right.
And I was like, you had sex like a penis was in you? And you were like, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't get it.
Well, we've talked about like sex before on the podcast, and I was telling them how my mom has always taught us that, you know, sex is mental.
Yeah.
And Zach and I had an appointment with my doctor when I was really pregnant. And she was saying, you know, like sex can bring on labor and stuff. And Zach was like, hell yeah. And my doctor was like, actually, like it's for her. Like she has to be the one to climax. Like this is not about you. And my doctor was like explaining to Zach, like, you know, sex is like 90% in her head. And then the rest of 10%, you know, is your body.
Exactly.
Right. So I swear for the whole day, he was trying to do like things mentally to get in my head. And I'm looking at him like, boy, if you don't stop trying to poke me with that thing.
Little tap on the ass here.
And you know, in high school, boys, they don't even care about that stuff. They just want to get it in. Like, so
there's no warm up.
There's no mental.
So,
there's no.
You don't know anything in high school.
No, you don't know how to be sexy.
No.
Yeah. So yeah. I had a few experiences. Funny, I had a few experiences. But
it wasn't your
nothing like a woman, man. Nothing. And you know why? Because you know your body, right? So you know how you want to feel, right? So when you can transfer that onto somebody else, is chef's kiss, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Just look around. We've talked about on here trying to figure out, because we're all moms, and like when do we get to have sexy time, because we all have kids. How do you guys handle having a 2-year-old?
The struggle. You know, I'm always ready to go, and Alexis is just like, and that's because Qwest is still like, he has his own room, but he's so still used to kind of sleeping with us that sometimes in the middle of the night he'll come into our bed again or whatever. So we never know like
when he's coming.
You don't know the timing yet.
You know,
when he will.
Y'all are lucky that he's at least starting off in his own room.
Right.
No, it's not starting off. I have to physically go and place him in his bed and hope that he stays there. Sometimes I'll place him in his bed. I'll be like, all right, and then like 10 minutes we hear the feet coming. I'm like,
and then you guys pull up.
I think the best time is when he doesn't take a nap during the day and he's super worn out. Then
Shanan said I'm about to get some tonight.
Tonight's the night.
Chanel's like, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
So, you know, we're working on like trying to, because we have dry spells. We'll go like a long time without, you know.
Does that affect you in the relationship?
It does. It has. I can't even lie. It has, because, you know, especially when we were like kind of transitioning him off of breastfeeding and stuff like that, Lex just wasn't in the mood. I can't blame her, you know, she just wasn't in the mood. Initially, I was just like, come on, bro, we both here. Like, okay, you got to do them, but like, I need something too, you know what I'm saying? So we used to try to do like staycations, like we'll go to a hotel, have my mom watch them and like do things like that. Yeah, we need to do it more. But just kind of trying to implement that, and it's been tough. So we're trying to like dedicate like, you know, at least once a week type.
I see.
You know?
Yeah, I see you guys doing a lot of date nights together.
Yeah, and stuff like that helps. You know, she buys lingerie. You know, keep it spicy.
She's been looking good too.
Yeah, she's been doing her shit. And I think too, when she works out, and she's like good with herself, she feels more sexy and like.
Yeah,
and she's been beautiful.
I've been noticing it on her Instagram. She's been looking. You know,
yeah, she's been
I like boys.
But Charnele's wife is beautiful.
She's gorgeous. So we have to include some pictures.
Yeah, I'll send y'all some fire.
I just remember the first time I saw her, I was like, where did OJ find her?
See,
like,
that's the question I get my whole life.
Oh yeah, where'd you guys meet?
I was like,
did you guys meet when you were in school?
Chicago?
No. So right when I came back from Chicago, I went to Citrus College, and that's where I met her out there.
Got it.
Funny story. I saw her on the internet, like, you know how you have like mutual or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw her, but she was like entertaining someone else at the time. But I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna get that. Like, I don't know how, but I'm gonna get that. And when I do, that's gonna be it. I ain't gonna be playing around with these other little gangs, right?
So was she always into women, or?
So, you know, high school, maybe the beginning part of high school, she was like exclusively with men, and then she's a basketball girl. So I think once she hit maybe like, I'm gonna say sophomore, junior year of high school, she kind of just completely flipped the script. She had an experience, and then she was like, I'm never going back.
Yeah.
And her thing was that like, because, you know, she was pretty and like all these dudes, you know, were trying to get at her, she just didn't really, she felt yucky almost, like when she was with men, because they just didn't like kind of
Respect
similar to
her.
my
Yeah.
experience, you know.
Yeah.
But once she got with a woman and she saw how a woman treated her, took their time and stuff like that, she was just like, what the hell? So that's at least that's what she does.
Intimacy with a woman versus a man is literally night and day.
Night and day
Night
from my
and day.
experience. Yeah.
Only time I've ever done anything with a girl is me being really, really drunk. So I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. I'm just being honest. I don't remember. Mom, I'm so sorry.
Mom, did you say, Mom, I'm so sorry?
She's gonna be like, when were you messing with the girl's hair?
I was over there being real quiet.
Oh, we know about Kyle.
I was open about my situation. Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh my God! I forgot you brought that girl home that one time.
Ooh, wait.
I remember
Fill me in.
that.
Cause I ain't know.
I'm turning red.
You are. Fill me in.
Fill her in. She kind of had your same kind of swag.
Yeah, she did.
What?
And she was little like
She
you.
was shorter than me.
She was little like you.
But I really liked her.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
We still
Really?
talk every now and then. Yeah, like she.
Damn.
Yeah.
I missed that whole chapter.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
the little.
It was interesting to watch
The
from the
little ones got
outside.
'em.
Yeah, my family was very concerned.
We weren't concerned. We were just a little confused because if Kyle's always been the wild card, but it was kind of like if you were gonna go to that side, we just always pictured her maybe with like someone who looked a little bit differently, and that's gonna sound a little superficial, but like you're cute. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh.
I'm just gonna say that.
So she was a little physically challenged.
Know what it is for me?
She wasn't my type.
Okay.
No, I wasn't my type. No. I love brown people.
Yeah.
Girl, she was not brown. Oh, I thought you were about to say she was brown.
So for me,
She
that was
light-skinned?
like, yeah, she's light skinned. So that's like the only weird thing.
She had a stank attitude.
That probably made it.
Don't get me started on the
She had a
community.
stank attitude and she kind of had this like vibe that gave us like, yeah, bitch, I'm gay. Like it wasn't like a like she kind of had like some.
I know
weird,
exactly. I know exactly
You know
what
what
you're
I mean?
talking
Like,
about. I know
like
exactly.
almost like I'm better than you off some shit. But
It be
it's
like that. It be like that in the community too, especially in LA. Like they have this whole like hierarchy type.
Yeah,
thing in
I
the
learned
gay
a lot.
community,
I was
and
like, this is
I
too
never,
much for me.
Most of my friends, as you know, are very heterosexual. I don't have. I have a lot of gay friends now.
You do, but they're
before
all
growing
very-
up, I was just one of my kind. Right? I was like the only person out of that. So when I kind of got more into the gay scene, I didn't really have a good experience like other people. Like people wanted to fight me over girls and stuff, and just
Do you feel like the gay community has progressed or more open, or is it still
for sure I
has
can
its
say that.
pockets?
I can say that, but I mean, if we're looking on a greater scale, white gay people have progressed. Black gay people are still in a box and it's still crab in a barrel. Same as black people generally, you know?
Yeah.
This crab in a barrel mentality. I've had better experiences since then, I would say. But at first, very reluctant, like very, all of my friends are heterosexual. My best friend is gay, you know, and I have a couple. I love the gay boys. I love the gay boys. I love the gay boys. I love the gay boys.
I love the gay boys.
I love everybody, but my experience was just a little bit more not as good as everybody else. So I know exactly that stank attitude you
It was
talking
so
about. I know
stank. It was
exactly
like,
what you're
girl,
talking
like I don't want her. Like, why you got attitude with me?
about. Right.
Yep. And let's take a quick break, y'all.
Is something preventing you from achieving your goals? Are you feeling sluggish, unhappy, and just not sure where to go in your life nowadays? Well, I advise that you check out betterhelp.com/thinkloud. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. You can connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. You can do it in the safety of your own home. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. If you're like me, you care about your mental health, and nowadays it's so necessary to take care of yourself. So without having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room, BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional online counseling, and financial aid is available. I'm a huge mental health advocate. I talk to someone once a week. You can talk to a licensed professional counselor who specializes in anything from depression to anger, anxiety to relationships, family conflicts, grief, or self-esteem. And don't forget, anything you share is confidential. I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/thinkloud. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/thinkloud.
Ana Luisa was founded to bring clarity to the jewelry industry. They design pieces with a beautiful story from beginning to end, starting with recycled materials whenever possible, transparent business practices always, and in small batches that are kind to the earth. A cool fact is they make limited batches, ensuring the highest production standard while eliminating excessive waste. Ana Luisa comes out with a new jewelry collection released every Friday. Jewelry starting at $39, no luxury markup is a no-brainer for me. I'll be adding to my collection the Mish gemstone necklace, the Molly blue bracelet, and I cannot wait to pair it with my favorite outfit. Go to Ana Luisa, ANALUISA.com/ThinkLoudCrew and treat yourself and your loved ones and use my code ThinkLoudCrew to get 10% off. I absolutely recommend them. They are a great brand making beautiful, sustainable jewelry. So check out Ana Luisa, ANALUISA.com/ThinkLoudCrew. Again, AnaLuisa.com/ThinkLoudCrew, code ThinkLoudCrew to get 10% off all products. Thanks, guys.
And we are back.
All right. Give me some more questions.
Like, should we stay on
Can we talk? Let's talk about your creative side.
Yes.
All right.
How is it working and being creative and being a mom?
What does that mean?
Okay, so
yeah.
I'm basically like film and music. Those are my two things. I shoot films, I like to do like little commercial things or like things with meaning behind them more of the time. And then of course I do music. Initially I wanted to be a performer artist. Now I kind of think I want to just be a writer for people.
Interesting.
I don't really want that for me for some reason. I just think
you don't want that light on you?
Yeah. I think I translate better doing music for people, like being that, like transferring, you know what I'm saying? Like writing for them, like, oh, I might hang out with you. Let me see how you are. Boom. I could write you a song just based off of me hanging out with you for one day type thing.
Do you not want to be like the face of things?
Yeah, now. I used to want to be, but now, nah.
What do you think changed?
Just kind of the music industry and itself kind of changed from the way we were growing up, you know? Before I was like, yeah, I want to be that, but now social media, all that stuff, cancel culture, all that stuff, it's just, it's like a bit stressful to deal with. So I just like to put out music for self and for expression. And if people vibe with it, they vibe with it. But I'm not trying to reach anything, with it.
That's cool.
Film-wise, though, that's different. I love to make films. I'm actually working on a short film now. It's like a blaxploitation film called Ray's Revenge. So hopefully I can shoot that by the ending of this year or beginning of next. But I love to capture people. Y'all know I had a camera in my hand since y'all met me. So it kind of shifted from photo to film. Once I went to Chicago and kind of got more like open to, because Chicago's a very creative city. You find some.
I was going to say, tell us about Chicago. Because I feel like, we're all such like Pasadena people.
Yeah.
And then it was like, Charnele's in Chicago now.
Yeah.
You were in Chicago for a minute.
Did you go to school out there?
Yeah, so right after I graduated, right after the summer I left, I went to Columbia College Chicago, where my major was, I was like visual communications with a concentration in graphic design and a minor in digital photography. When I got there, that completely changed. Like graphic design, no. Like photo, film, yeah. And it was just being around people that look like me, that were like just creative, like in all realms, and it just kind of opened. I got more open to things. So by the time I left Chicago, I was just like a completely I was comfortable, I was saying myself more, and Chicago brought culture to me, Black, queer, woman, anything I found or that I needed to find, I found there. So
yeah, I was happy you went away.
Yeah, me too.
How long did you live out there?
So I left in 2008, and I came back in 2011.
And then you and Lex
I took Lex, and we lived there for a year. So
what does Alexis do?
Alexis, well, right now she's actually she works with the homeless right now, and I think that's her calling. She's happy there. So before she was like childcare, she was a teacher. She did babysitting stuff, and that's outside of the odd jobs that we work and stuff. And after Qwest, she just didn't want to. She didn't feel right watching somebody else's kid while she had a kid at home. It just didn't sit with her well. Her thing was like she felt like the help, because that realm of things, like the privilege is crazy how they maneuver, but she just wasn't feeling it. And then she got presented with she knew she wanted to help people, right? She didn't know how. She knew she wanted to help kids. She didn't know how. So now she's working with the homeless, educating them on like COVID, and what else? Like giving them resources and stuff. She's on the shelter side, so she helps. She goes to like domestic violence shelters, homeless shelters, and I think she's like, I think I want to help kids who are homeless or displaced and stuff like that. So right now that's her calling right now. She loves her job. Like that. Yeah, so she's a humanitarian.
Is Qwest in school or?
Qwest is in daycare. We're working.
Oh, right, he's only 2.
Yeah, so we're working potty training so that we can't get him into some early childhood.
Have fun.
Man, let me tell you. Actually, the last few days he's been saying that he had to pee and he pooped in the pot by himself. So
yeah.
Please God, because he'll do good and then he'll just not.
I feel like
and then he'll just not.
I feel like boys have a mind of their own, and when they want to do something, they'll do it. But if you keep telling them or pressuring them to do it, they'll sit and look at you like, "Oh, you want me to pee in the potty? Okay, I'll pee right here then."
Like I don't. Especially when your poop look like mine. You're eating like no.
That's grown man shit.
No, you smell just as bad as me. No.
As soon as you started having like grown man poops, I was like, okay. Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
disgusting. You know what kills me is that we got him this cool little Elmo potty that flushes and stuff, and he will sit on that and not do nothing. The moment we put him on a big pot that he was like petrified, used to be petrified to get on, he'll go immediately. Hole. I don't know. Maybe it's the hollow air that makes him just go. But I'm just like,
I used to be like, I'm gonna fall in.
Yeah, you gotta get the little toilet seat that goes on top of the.
Yeah, we got it. We got him that. Yeah, he's still. That boy is crazy. Them Scorpios, they emotional. Hey.
Oh Lord.
Oh my Lord. I pray for you because you're gonna need
have a Scorpio
for you.
Nah.
She said y'all gonna need it.
I didn't know. I was like, I want a Scorpio. My friends are Scorpio boys. Then I started seeing my Scorpio friends for who they are. I'm like, y'all niggas is crazy. Yo, this is what I gotta deal with. No. We gotta correct this.
You gotta correct this.
So with him getting older and you guys having to like, go through daycare and figuring out schools and stuff, have you ran into any like, have you ran into like any ignorance with you guys being
all the time. Alexis is more she's way more snappy about it than me. I can see that. Like, who's the real mom?
Somebody said that?
People say that, yeah.
Do people say outlandish stuff to you guys just on a day? Like when you guys go out as a family, like if you guys are in the mall or something, like do you guys
not necessarily no. I think.
Do you get looks?
No, I'm not. I haven't. We haven't really gotten any looks or anything. It's just like doctor's appointments or things where we have to do things with him, and sometimes it's like that question: who's the real mom? Or maybe just talking to Lex and not talking to me, or like no. The funniest stuff is when like I'll go to the store or something, and I'm like, oh, he looks just like you. Shut your ass up. I'll be like, yep, he looked just like me. You right. I guess aneurysm, but
that happens with Zach and Ryder. And I remember the first time it happened, someone was like, oh my God, your girl is so pretty. She looks just like you. And Zach was so awkward. He was like, thank you. And we got in the car and he's like, did you hear what she said? And I'm like, yeah, like, we don't need to explain to people. So just, just play it off and go with it. Yeah. So the next time it happened, he was like, thank you. Period. Thanks. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, calm it down now.
And then,
slow down, Turbo.
And then there's people that are interested and they assume that she like had sex with a guy in order to have him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the first thing that did you did the guy do it, or was this your baby before y'all met type thing? Because that's a big thing in the gay community. A lot of gay women get with like women that had kids before and like are no longer interested in or like kind of exploring that realm, and they come with kids. I'm not. No.
So does Qwest call both of you guys mom?
So he calls Lex mama. He calls me Umi.
What's Umi?
Umi is mother in it's not African. It's help me out. No. Middle East.
Oh.
What is it? Hebrew or some shit. Arabic. Wow. Arabic. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Arabic.
Who came up with Umi?
I think because we were like, before he was born, we're like, all right, what is he gonna call us? Like, Alexis was like, he can call both of his mom. I was like, yeah, me, but I want to be different.
But you're so different. Yeah.
And so Most Def.
I was gonna say that's the only reference I know.
Yeah, my Umi said, and that means mother. My mother
like
said,
that.
yeah. So that's all he knows me by. He doesn't since he was little. He doesn't know me by anything else. So yeah,
And that's your baby.
that's my boy. My boy. So
Wow.
yeah.
Y'all, Charnele has a real family.
I know.
Whole
family.
Family with a planned child.
Planned child.
We out here just looking reckless.
All three of us, we didn't plan nothing.
Cheyenne got better though.
We gotta. I planned this one.
Yeah.
I'm halfway reckless. Okay, so I have a question, and I don't know. This is gonna sound whatever, but I'll ask it anyway.
Stop with the disclaimers.
I feel like I have to give disclaimers because everybody, not necessarily Charnele or not Charnele at all,
other people.
but just in genuine.
People are gonna be like, "Oh my god,
I can't believe she asked her that." Yeah, like people are so, you just watch what you say all the time now, and sometimes I want to speak freely, and sometimes I might say the wrong term or say something out of line.
Right.
And I
Let's
genuinely
ask
just
that
don't
question.
know. What?
Terms like the term of like, what are the right terms to speak when you're talking about
So
the gay community, or
well, I'm a lesbian.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
the way
like,
you said
My
it.
pronouns are she, her.
Do you put your pronouns on your email?
No.
Okay, just curious.
No. I gotta
we
watch
ran
what I say.
into.
She said I gotta watch what I say.
I want to ask my question that I'll give my disclaimer from. Two. So have you guys ever thought, like, this is probably not going to happen anytime soon because he's only 2, thought like when Qwest decides, or if he decides to do like a Ancestry.com or like a 23andMe, and like what if he like finds out he has like 100 brothers and like 75 sisters or
I
something?
hope not that many, but I'm all here for it. Actually recently in the Facebook group that I actually found the whatever in, I asked a question like, how do they feel about like same mommies with the same donor like meeting up like with their kids, just so they kind of are familiar, not necessarily like we have this kinship, but like familiar, I got a lot of pushback. They're like, why do they need to know that? They don't need to know that. I want my donor to be the only donor, blah blah blah, which is unrealistic. Like some people have crazy stuff, but the donor saw that and he hit me up and he was like, I saw your post. Most of my recipients are very private, but there is one particular family that I think would be excited for Qwest, and he was like, that you guys are very similar. The babies aren't too far apart from each other, so we swap contacts and stuff, and we'll probably meet up really soon. I kind of just wanted like.
Did you contact the family?
I did. I hit her up in a message on Facebook, and then we exchanged numbers.
She was okay with
she was 100%. She was excited.
Did you see their baby?
Yeah, she looks just like Qwest.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Just like that. I think she's older than him.
Is it
maybe not even by a full
Black
year.
Family or
South LA.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So
does your donor only work with Black families?
I'm unsure actually. No. I think I saw him work with like some Latino families too.
Okay.
I don't think he's just exclusively to Black families, but most of them are.
Just
from what I
happens probably
remember.
to be.
Yeah. So I'm open for that. If he wants to do that, I am open to that. Like I said, we want to be as transparent as possible.
Right.
To me, at some point in his life, whether it's sooner or later, he knows like we raised and we gave him love, we supplied, so that can't be erased, no matter what he goes through, that can't be erased, we don't have any I don't know how to. You know, we're not gonna be like, oh, he's not gonna feel away when he's a certain age. He might feel away, you know, and we have that comes with that. That comes with this process. You know what I'm saying? We just have to take it how it is, but.
And that goes for any situation.
Right.
That's in, you know, same sex and like any situation.
Right.
Because I know for myself, there was one day I was showing Ryder baby pictures, like when because she, you know, we just had Ace, so she's like, I want to see what I look like when I was that age.
Yeah.
And I'm showing her stuff, and she said something like, well, where's my dad? Like, basically, like, why isn't my dad
in the
pictures? And I'm sitting there stuck because I knew one day we were gonna have this this conversation, but I didn't know it would happen so early. And I didn't know how to have it. I was like, work. He was working. I'm like, girl, you are 4. I'm not about to sit here and explain this to you right now. But he was at work. Right. I'm like, one day I'm going to have to, you know, really explain.
Yeah, when she's older.
When she's older. But this wasn't it.
When Qwest sees like things on the TV that have like mom and dad, he always goes, Mama and Umi. Like he connects it that. Yeah, like all the time. I wait for him. And he don't say daddy at all.
I know you. You probably like, what you about to say?
No, not even. Like, it's innocent. Like, he don't know no betters, but he's smart. There
is a show right now that Ryder was watching the other day, and it's cartoons. I have to find the name of it. But I realized that the girl had 2 dads. And she's like, she was dressed like a mummy, and she had 2 mummy dads, and she was like in the cartoon she was scared to have her friends come over to her castle or whatever because her dads are like the
Is it Vampirina?
No, it's not Vampirina. I have to find it, but I was sitting there like intensely watching because I'm like, what are you watching, right? And then when I realized it was 2 dads, I'm paying attention because
like, what are you watching?
Because she's only, you know, I haven't had that talk with her, but you know, shit. Now I'm like, okay, if it's being put in your face, you know, with cartoons and stuff, then I need to be able to explain. Right. And Ryder was like, not, you know, she didn't ask any questions, not fazed by it at all. But I was like, I just haven't seen it, and I think it's on Netflix. It kind of not threw me off, but it made me pay attention more to the. I just didn't know there were cartoons like that.
Oh yeah,
I think kids are so. I don't think kids see things like that right now. No, Parker just sees Charnele and Alex just as his aunties, and I don't think he puts even 2 and 2 together, or ask me any questions like why are they always together? Or, you know, that's Qwest's mom and mom. Like, those are his
same
moms.
thing. Well, also with Ryder. Ryder does have, like, you know, she's going to have 2 dads. So it's like, I think also in her mind, she might just be like,
that's 2 dads.
Just 2 dads, you know?
Right, not thinking that they love each other.
Because I was waiting for her to, you know, ask or pay attention to it, but it didn't faze her at all.
That's interesting. I
have to find what cartoon it was because the girl ended up bringing her friends over and explaining to her friends, like, I have 2 dads. And the friends were like, it's okay. Like, we don't care. Like, we're still going to hang out and stuff. Yeah, it was like a real moment in this cartoon show. And I'm sitting there, like, paying attention so hard. And Ryder's still, like, in La La Land. She stopped watching by this point. But I just thought it was really interesting to see.
I would love to know what that show is.
I got a question for y'all.
Yes.
All right. So, like, as parents, right? You got mom and daddy. Do you guys as parents, parenting styles conflict? Like, say you parent, you know, your child one way and daddy parents him another way. And your kid is acting a certain way. Does that, like, conflict at all?
Yes.
Definitely.
I would say I'm the more, disciplinarian.
Yeah.
I think I've disciplined Parker more, maybe because that he's with me more.
Right.
And then Robert is with him. When he sees him, he wants to be the fun parent and make it seem a lot of joy.
Right.
So I feel like when he doesn't do things that I want my son to do, or like, because he cusses freely in front of Parker, or he does these certain things. And I'm like, dude, watch your mouth, please. Yeah. And then he's like, well, he doesn't know. I'm like, if you were around this kid, Parker is probably going to sit in the car. Why did daddy say this? Or what is this? Or so, yes, we conflict and I always get shut down, but I'm very strong in how I raise Parker.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's a big thing with me and Lex right now. Yeah, because she comes from a small family. And I come from a big family, a lot of kids, grew up around a lot of cousins and stuff. And in a sense, I think like she was more like, you know, if she's crying, they're gonna give her what her want. Me, I'm like, no, you're gonna have to ask nicely and you know, be whatever. So I think the good thing about it is she's teaching me patience, right? And then I'm teaching her to be consistent and kind of like putting your foot down and not letting people walk all over her, you know, Qwest, you know, because
kids can do that.
It's driving her. It's like almost driving her wild right now because he's so like demanding to her and stuff when he's with her. When he's with me, he's not like, you know, he's not like,
well,
I see the difference. Right,
they know the difference.
Right, so we're just kind of, as parents, trying to find a balance in that too, especially being first-time parents. It's just like, all right, I can be a little bit more patient, right? But you don't let him get away with everything. He's smart. You know, he threw him something, but he's smart, man. This kid is...
I swear the kids are getting smarter and smarter. I'm like, what's in the water?
I'm just like, I know I don't be tripping. I'll be like sitting back like, nah, this dude.
They know what they're doing. They know when they come to mom that they can start whimpering and
the manipulation is
it's real. And then when they're with dads,
my kid manipulates the crap out of me. But I Corey and I have gotten in a few arguments where he would be like, you're too lenient on Rye, you just give her everything she wants. And I would say initially I was very, very like, give her what she wants because of her health. Right. Because we were dealing with her health situation. And he missed that part. Like the toughest months of her life he missed or wasn't in her life or whatever. So like, I was giving Ryder everything because in my head I was like, what if something happens to her and I said no this one day to the lollipop,
it'd be on you,
and I'm gonna feel bad that the guilt. So I used to just pour everything into her, and then I realized this girl is fine and I gotta stop doing that.
So Ryder has more energy than all of us combined.
And apparently her whole condition is based off of like lack of energy, and I'm like, okay, I think we flipped it, like something's wrong.
We do the newborn screening
now
again.
I feel like I watch Corey, and when he gets back from doing the challenge, he'll be gone for like months at a time. So then he makes up for that time with Ryder and then gives her everything she wants. But then during the time where he's gone, I'm also giving her everything she wants because she plays the role of, I'm sad, my dad's not here.
Oh yeah, Ryder plays it up. Ryder can have a great day and then she'll be like,
I miss my dad. I miss my dad, and can we go to Target? And I'm sitting there like, no, Ryder, but my dad is gone. And I'm like, all right, fuck it, we're going to Target. Like,
I'm like, this little girl is literally an actress.
Funny.
Like,
no, it's bad.
Actress.
It's like, so bad. And
she
Zach
puts on a scene.
The way that Zach parents, he's like, you know, be strict and stuff. But then I turn around and he's sneaking her like cake pops, and I'm like, everybody wants to scream at me about not being strict, but then y'all niggas ain't strict either. Like, everybody gives these kids what they want.
Yep. I think too, like Lex's like house dynamic too, like she wasn't really close to her parents, so like she holds Qwest like, this is, I have to give him everything that I didn't get, even the more or less the feeling of love. Like when she works, she feels kind of guilty, like he misses us, this is why he's acting all, you know, having blowouts and stuff like that. I'm like, really? Because we've been with them. Really? You think that's it? I don't think that's it, but you know, okay. And then she's screaming at me like, you need to be more patient, you need to, you know, it's us, you know. I'm like, it's us? All right,
you got it.
Okay,
we have to have her on next time. We need her side of the story.
Nah, you should. She.
But it's like, you know, I kind of welcome the disagreements at times, just because it's good. You get to learn
growth.
from that situation, and it's like, I'm not perfect. Like,
Zach thinks that we're way too easy on Boz. He's like, Boz is a boy. You guys need to be tougher because he's basically raised around all women.
Right.
And that's one thing I do take into consideration. Like, I have to, you know, there are times where I had to treat Boz different than I treat Ryder. And for me, that's been really hard because it's like he's still so young, but he talks like a grown man.
And he knows exactly what he's doing.
And it's like, it's hard.
And he's rough and tumble.
And he's tall. So it's like, there's times where I want to treat him like he's 5. And then I look at him and he's like, Mommy, why'd you do that?
Bro, me and Boz fight. Like, fist up, duke it out fight.
Boys come up to me and just slap me out of nowhere and laugh.
That's what Boz does. When he sees Zach, he like goes straight for the punch, and then he's like, "What's up, Zach?" I'm like,
And Zach is sitting there like, why are you hitting me?
Boys are so
What did I do?
aggressive.
Chaotic. But yeah, that's another thing. People question us on that, like, oh, he's around women. Do you think that he needs like? I'm like, not really, because half these dudes out here are raised by their grandmothers and their moms in the first place. So let's
That part. So
let's keep it real, you know. But I for sure lay the law. Like I for sure am like, bro, chill.
You're for sure. I feel like you can bring that rough and tumble for
Yeah, for sure. That's all I got.
He's not lacking nothing.
Not at all.
And it's like our kids are around other people.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not just in a bubble.
Yeah, I got brothers and cousins that come and play with him, play fight with him, and
Hey.
How was the beginning of COVID for y'all?
Oh man, it was crazy. Actually, I think I got it. Like I saw a meme that said black people say, "Oh, I think I got it around Christmas or something." But for real, I was working at Amazon.
For real, I got it.
No, I was working at Amazon the winter before it came out or whatever, and I was sick as a dog, and Qwest was sick too. And I'm like, this had to be it. I was getting chills and stuff in the middle of the night. It was crazy. But it was a little tough. Actually, Alexis was just about to start a new gig, and that got cut. So she was like home with Qwest all the time. She was kind of like, she needed out. She was like, I need to break out. I was working a lot. And we wanted to start him, I think, in daycare earlier than when he had went. So that was a little, rough. He didn't really, until I think July of that year, he didn't really have too many play dates or anything like that. Yeah. But he loves kids. Like, he'll run up and hug your kid. He might not even know your kid. He gonna run up and hug them and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
We have to get all the kids
Nah,
together.
for sure. Yeah, Qwest he's a fun time, that kid.
Oh, this was so much fun. Yeah. I feel like I learned so much about you, even though I've known you for like my entire life.
Hey, we all evolving and changing, you know? So
always changing.
We always learning each other.
We have to do this again and bring your wifey on.
We got to bring Lex on here. You got to see the chemistry. She's funny. She's funny.
But we're going to include pictures of Charnele and her family so you guys can have some faces to look at why we're talking about everything.
And didn't you guys do a YouTube video?
We did.
Yes.
So
what is your guys' YouTube?
You find it at the Lemonaade Vlog, Lemonade with 2 A's, on YouTube.
We'll throw it up.
Okay, throw it up there. Vlog. Yeah. So we got a video of the whole process there. I think we plugged in the birthing, whole thing that we went through too, and then some questions that people had afterward. She answered. So
nice.
Yeah.
And where can people find, like, if they want to check out like your films or your music?
0HJAY at on Instagram. Well, at before that 0HJAY.
We'll write it out again.
Because I'm sitting here like, what?
0HJAY. Like OJ.
Got it. So the way that we always end our podcast is you have to share a WTF moment that you've had recently or advice of any sort that you want to give our listeners. Who wants to go first? Not me.
Why do you always do that? Not it.
Because I gotta think. I picked Kyle.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you look the most smiley right now. Like you already have yours.
My WTF or boundaries. Okay, or not boundaries. Advice. I'm gonna give an advice on boundaries. There we go.
Beautiful.
That's good.
Lately I've been really trying to put healthy boundaries in my life and be consistent with them. So yeah, just a word of advice. It's okay to have boundaries in your life, and you're going to expect pushback at times, and people may not like them, but if it protects your peace of mind, stick with it. So yeah, lately I've been having a good boundary moment.
Good.
Good moments of boundaries. So
Like that.
yeah, set boundaries, y'all.
Anybody?
Not me.
Anybody?
I guess I had one involving the kid that happened a couple weeks ago. He was really quiet, you know. Usually he's not quiet. I'm just like, oh, maybe he's having a good day.
Wait, is this a WTF or is this advice?
This is a WTF.
And when you said the kid, your kid?
My kid.
Okay.
Right.
The
Trying to make sure we're
The
on the same page.
My kid. I saw him, I don't know, he was just quiet, and he was like, he had my shoe in his hand, and, I didn't think anything of it. I went in the room, I came back out, and I kind of saw him digging in his backside, and I'm just like, bro, what did you just do? And he his hand is there, and I look at Alexis and said, what's that on his hand? And I'm not going to go smell it. She goes and smells it. She's like, yep. And
She says, yep. What?
Bro, he smeared stuff all in my shoe.
Poop?
You could say it.
He took the poop out of his
diaper and painted it on my shoe.
Oh, no.
Jesus. Lord have mercy.
You said Lord have mercy.
Bruh,
so
for what?
do you still have the shoe?
I do.
Girl, I'd have to put that in
why?
the trash.
I'm going to throw it away. I think I'm keeping it as a souvenir.
Is it outside?
I'm just
That shoe would be
I'm
a
done with
reminder
you, so I think I'm going to keep it as a souvenir.
we are potty training.
Yeah, exactly.
Pronto.
Yeah, I was blue. I was blue. I hear stories about people, kids smearing in the bathtub. Bruh, my shoe? Disrespectful. And the crazy thing is,
he took it out.
we were leaving, so that's the shoe I'm wearing. And when I put two and two together, I took my shoe off and I seen it all in there. I was like, bro.
Oh wait, you put the shoe on too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I know you were pissed.
And I couldn't yell at him or anything because they tell you not to do that stuff when it comes to that, because then they'll just be fearful.
Yeah, fearful.
Yes.
But I was looking at Lex like, just get your motherfucking son, bro. Oh, God, it's your son.
Your son.
He didn't get that from me.
Exactly. Look, this is anything bad. This your son. This is your blood. That's your real son.
Oh, my God.
That's your blood.
You said that's your real son. Stop.
I'm done.
Shout out, Lex.
Shout out, Lex. We love you, girl.
Shannon, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
You go, please. I don't even know.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I would give you guys a WTF moment, but my whole entire life right now is a WTF moment.
Give an advice.
If only you knew. My advice would be... oh, fuck. I guess my advice would be is to take each day to day. Like, don't put so much pressure on yourself to have everything figured out, to be perfect, but to just be so happy that you woke up that day and to just take the day head on, Take everything day to day and just live your life to the fullest. I'm just right there right now. I feel like anything I want, I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to buy this. I'm about to go here. I'm about to eat this.
Live life.
I'm about to do this. Come over here. I feel like I've been real vocal about things that I want right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my tidbit.
I guess balancing this past weekend, I didn't really have any help. So I don't know if it's advice or it's just kind of being a mom, a working mom. So this really hit home this weekend, being a working mom and not always having a babysitter. So this weekend I took Parker to work. It was really emotional for me because I don't like bringing Parker to work, even though everyone's so open to it, but having that balance of just being the mom and being a super mom. Sometimes in my head, I'll just tell myself I'm a freaking superhero as a mom, because sometimes you take on things that you can't, but you just have to, and you have to roll with those punches. And I just shout out to all those working moms that just might have everyone might be busy and can't help you at that moment, and so you just have to figure it out and just do what you do. So that was one of those moments this weekend, and I for sure just pulled it together, packed Parker up, brought him, sat down. Luckily my child is just,
he's so
well behaved, and my client was just like, wow, didn't say a word, was on his little iPad.
I was gonna say, did Parker get to watch the iPad?
Yes, Parker doesn't allow. I don't allow him to be on iPads, phones, nothing. So when those moments, I just have to let my guard down, and he was on his Game Boy.
Parker be loving it at my house because I'm like, iPad it up. what y'all want to watch.
I remember one of the first times where it was like, Park, you want to watch the iPad? He was really hesitant at
He's
first.
very hesitant. Even when I come pick him up from my mom's house, he's like, "Hi, Mom." His iPad down. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, he'll
Like,
put it
it's
down
okay.
really fast.
My
like,
mom had to check me, and she was like, "Shannon, don't make it seem like it's a bad thing that he's on the iPad. Just let him know that it, it's something special that he can use." So that's my moment, a WTF moment, I guess you can say.
that sounds like a winning moment.
It was
still.
a winning moment.
Yeah.
And then my day kind of crumbled because my second client canceled. I canceled my last one, and then she was raising hell. I was so emotional, you guys. I came up to the front desk. I'm like, I have Parker with me, and they're like, "Girl, chill." But the day worked out. I ended up taking Parker to the museum, and I had to get home. I had to go back home and collect myself though, because it was just like, Shannon, get it together. Not everything is perfect. Like, not everyone
I love this
is
ghetto life for y'all. It's almost like humbling, right? Because when I met y'all living all up in the hills and shit, and now y'all got baby daddies.
Now look at us.
Now y'all got baby daddies. I love this for y'all.
I love this for y'all.
I got two.
Okay.
Charnele's like, I'm just married with my kid. I'm okay.
Yo, Charnele is legit married, had a planned child, like living her best life, and we're like,
From the trenches.
help me, help me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting my life together. Fuck y'all. Bitch, I got a ring, okay? We
Period.
planned this last
Period.
baby. You never just put me in the same
Period.
box.
It's okay. We'll get our ring soon.
I still like my life.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Charnele, for coming
Okay.
on.
Thank y'all for having me. This was fun.
Charnele also just released a new music project.
Yes,
so-
called Unrated.
Yes,
Go check
Unrated.
it out.
Out on all platforms. Y'all check it out.
Yes.
All
Hello.
right. We'll make sure to include all of your info
Yes.
on the screen if you guys like to watch our YouTube, or we'll also put it in the captions and stuff like that, so you guys can find Charnele and stalk
have
her
me back.
family.
Have me back with Lex. We'll get into some more spicy
Yes.
stuff. There's
Yeah,
a lot
go
of stuff
some
we
more
didn't touch.
spice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions I want to ask, but I feel like I gotta ask her being present.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So don't seem too.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
good time. I think.
I feel like
think
Cheyenne
so.
wants to know about your sex life.
And I would. I have
do.
no problem.
I would love.
I do. I cannot lie.
You gotta ask both of us.
Yeah, and I feel like that's something that she needs to be here for.
I'm gonna be open as hell still, but it's better.
No,
We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. So
Sure.
you guys can follow us at Think Loud Crew, and also don't forget to check us out on all of the podcast platforms. That's always hard for me to say.
The tongue
This
twister.
is Cheyenne, and you can follow me at Shine Not Shy.
And this is Shannon. You can follow me at Hair by Shannon C.
And again, I am R. Kyle Lynn, and you can find me at R. Kyle Lynn. And our special guest today, Charnele, again.
You can find me at OJ, and that's spelled OHJAY.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.